Welcome to the Sacred Resonance Podcast. I am Reverend Larry J. Morris III. Again, I am glad that you're here. Take one breath with me, in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. Simply notice what's already here. There's a kind of knowing that doesn't begin in your thoughts, the kind of knowing that begins in your body. And if you lived long enough, you probably have had the experience of your body knowing something before your mind was ready to agree with it. Now, this is no shade to nobody, okay? So don't take it that way. But sometimes people who have been divorced talk about how they knew before the wedding, before the vows, they knew that something wasn't right. Not always in words. They couldn't pinpoint a particular thing. It wasn't something they could say or articulate. It was not even always in something they could explain, but in their own body, their own sense of knowing, something tightened, something hesitated, something didn't fully settle. And still, they move forward with the marriage. Again, this is not about blame. It's not about shame. It's about naming something real. That sometimes the body knows before the mind is ready to accept the truth. Sometimes the body knows before the mind is ready to accept the truth. And we've been taught, deeply taught, to override that type of knowing. Colonialism teaches us to distrust the body and to elevate reason above everything else. To explain, to justify, to make it make sense. Even when something in us is saying quietly, but very clearly, not this, or slow down, or this doesn't feel right. And part of the work, especially in this season of emergence, is learning how to listen again. But can I be clear about something? That kind of listening doesn't happen overnight. Like nothing really happens overnight. Because for many of us, our bodies don't just hold wisdom, they also hold trauma. Right? Our bodies hold fear and memory. They hold patterns that we were taught over time, patterns that were formed in us in order to keep us safe. So when we say listen to your body, that's not always simple. Sometimes fear and excitement feel almost identical. Your heart races, your breath shifts, your body becomes alert, and you have to learn over time what is this? Is this fear? Is this excitement? Is this fear telling me to run or protect myself? Or is this aliveness asking me to stretch? Again, that kind of discernment takes practice. It takes patience. It takes being willing not to rush yourself into clarity. And I offer this because sometimes when we talk about listening to the body, it can start to sound like the body has to be in perfect condition, right? When we talk about listening to the body, sometimes it feels like the body has to be in perfect shape in order to be trustworthy. But beloved, that's not true. Your body does not have to be optimized to be wise. Your body does not have to be fully healed to be telling the truth. But relationship matters. You have to be in honest relationship with your body. And the more we practice being in relationship with our bodies, the more we learn to notice them. And part of that relationship is how we treat the body that we live in. Rest matters. Yes, rest matters. Movement matters, so does stillness. Hydration, drinking your water is important, right? Nourishment matters. Again, not as performance or not as a measure of worth, not as a requirement for being good, whatever that means. But these things matter as a way of saying that I'm paying attention to the life that I've been given. When we begin to care for the body in ways that are accessible to us, right? In ways that are sustainable for us, we often find that it becomes easier to notice what the body is saying. Not because the body itself suddenly becomes wise, but because we are finally listening and caring for our body. Again, care is not control. It's not forcing the body to do something that your body does not want to do or maybe cannot do. But care is about attention and listening. Like everything else in this season, care is practice. I know there's some debate about this saying or this book, but if the body keeps score, and we know it doesn't only keep score of harm, it also keeps score of joy and rest, safety, connection, celebration, right? Not only traumatic things, but gifts and good celebratory things as well. Your body can learn peace the same way that it learns survival. Your body can remember ease the same way it remembers tension. And some of that wisdom is not just yours, it's ancestral. It's been carried, passed down, held in ways you may not even fully understand yet. Which means that a part of this work is not just listening for what's wrong, it's learning how to recognize what feels right, what feels good, what feels pleasurable, what feels grounded, what feels steady, what feels like you are not forcing yourself to be somewhere that you don't belong. And again, this is not about urgency. Just because your body knows something doesn't mean you have to act on it immediately. But it might mean that you need to pay attention. You might need to pause, to slow it down a bit, to get curious, to ask, what is my body trying to show me that I keep trying to explain away? What is my body trying to show me that I keep trying to explain away? Our bodies are not our enemy, right? Your body is not your enemy. It's not something to overcome. Your body is a record. It's a guide. Your body is a site of wisdom, even when that wisdom is still being learned. I want to offer you a question to sit with. Where has my body already told me the truth, and I'm still waiting for my mind to approve it? Where has my body already told me the truth, and I'm still waiting for my mind to approve it? You don't have to answer this right now, but just simply notice what comes up. Your body, beloved, is not behind. It may already be leading. Listen, learn to listen to your body. If you want to journey deeper, you're welcome to join me at sacredresonance.co. As we end our time together, I invite you to take one more deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let that breath be enough to have noticed what's stirred. I'll meet you again in what's still unfolding. I'll see you next time.